Now, isn't that a nice view? What is up, YouTube? So, we're back, as you can see, in the humble abode of the Backpackers Inn. Let's go for a quick tour. So, bed, all right, workspace, which is right now I've clearly settled in, but we'll walk through that. Mirror, woohoo, and bathroom and stuff. Don't need to look into this nonsense. But anyway, getting to the thick of it, we are officially at day 3 of the immersion, and it's been super, super cool. I have taken a lot away from this, and something that the instructors have told us is that every time you come back, you learn something new. And that's exactly what's happened here. I've learnt just more about what I already did, and it just has made my knowledge and level of understanding more concrete, which I'm super excited for. In the sense that just all that's done is instill more confidence in myself, especially because self-doubt, I know, is the thing that's going to keep limiting me doing the thing I need to do. And the way I can overcome that is by doing more reps. But from that, let's rip into what breakfast looks like when I'm on the road for the weekend by myself. As a classic boy, it's very simple. I have Up and Goes. These ones are the iced coffee flavor. Oh, it's a bit dark for you, team. One moment. There we go. All right, so, iced coffee, flavored protein, and some kiwis. So, let's get breakfast in. Ugh. So, it's currently Monday morning. Immersion 2 is all wrapped up, and I've had some time to sit with it. I didn't actually get any footage of what we did on the day, and I'm quite grateful for that. The fact that I was so immersed, pun unintended, and hooked on what we were doing, it made me super grateful that I was just so present with what we were up to. Like, I got to train with a few of the guys prior to starting yesterday. I took some photos of what my food looked like while I was up here. But as a whole, the immersions are such a great experience. Comparing this immersion to my last one in July, I feel beyond confident in my ability to walk someone through the skill set they teach in FMA level 1 at least. Like this weekend, we walked through the clinical appraisal form, which is their consultation process, followed by what's known as our structural anomaly and positional assessment forms. Big fancy words. I'm going to do my best to not use jargon. Essentially, we sit down, we look at where someone is at this point in time, we figure out where their point A and their point B is, and just get an idea of what they're willing to do to get there. After that, we have a look to, okay, is there anything on their body that is deviated from normal, is the best way to put it, and we have to respect it, or is it an issue coming from something else? From there, we see if they can get into certain positions like a split squat, they can raise their arms overhead, they can forward bend on a problem, and if they do have restrictions, where are they? Can we intervene? And using what we found during those 3 stages, we would apply what we saw into a training program for that person that they can either do on their own or in a PT session. And that's entirely where we negotiate on what the terms looked like of that coach and client relationship. But again, I feel more convicted in my choice to follow this FMA path for as far as it takes me. Like learning and committing myself to never stop growing and learning about the musculoskeletal system, rehab, strength training in all its disciplines, massage, joint structures, nutrition, troubleshooting dysfunction, and everything else that falls under the banner of helping people become better and the best version of themselves, starting with their physical, mental, emotional health. I don't believe I need to know everything, and like that's why allied health professionals exist. And if anything, having a good referral system of people who niche on certain areas, like maybe it's, psychology with food, maybe it's a podiatrist, clinical sports nutrition, clinical nutritionist or clinical or a dietitian who works only with cancer patients. Like, just as an example, like these guys are also super important, but having a deep and thorough knowledge and understanding of most areas would be so cool. And so like the next big thing for me, as I mentioned, I feel very confident with this FMA skill set of level 1. I now really want to learn how to see with my hands. Just getting more experience, feeling with my hands, using massage techniques so that I can have a more definite idea of what it is that I am looking for on someone when they have a tight tissue, a sore muscle. Like, what is it that I'm after? How can I tell the difference between a tissue that is active like a muscle or passive like a tendon? Okay, and actually being able to feel that through my hands. I know for me that's the next step, alongside getting a more deeper and greater knowledge around how I can strengthen those tissues or help with those tissues on the gym floor, because no one wants to spend an entire PT session getting massage. They want to train. So if someone has a weak tissue, once I've released it, how can I strengthen it properly on the gym floor? That's where I know my next stage is. And so this might mean that I have to find a space where I set myself up with a massage table and get working on people. Where that is, I'm not sure, but I'll certainly keep you guys in the loop. And it's been such an awesome weekend. Such an awesome weekend. I believe the next time I have an immersion will be, I'm going to assume, February 2026. But regardless, I am so excited. I am so excited. So with that said, team, thank you very much for tuning in. Again, didn't get much footage, but really looking back, it's been such a phenomenal experience. And I mean, in a month's time, we have the 5-day retreat, and 2 weeks after that, we have the 3-day retreat in Sydney and Gold Coast respectively. So getting myself around it as much as I can. On that, team, thank you for tuning in to this FMA special. I'll certainly be mindful to get more footage and deep dive with you guys more when I get the chance. But on that note, take care, team. We'll talk soon. I'll catch you next week.